Adventure on Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and we have somebody really cool for our next guest with some great new music that I love what it's about. So let's welcome to the show, Doll. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. First, before we get into a new song, I just want to say your cover that you did of Smoke on the Water is absolutely killer. I kind of got like a doom metal vibe.
Yeah, there is a bit of doom metal. Definitely down-tuned quite a bit. I think it's down-tuned to like C, a drop C. Yeah, no, absolutely. A bit of a doom vibe for sure. Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. But shark bait. Now, you know what I love about that? Okay, so I love the movie Jaws, as I know you guys do. So I have a trivia question for you. Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
And I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I'm from New Jersey originally. Okay. So that movie is not based on Long Island. Do you know what it's based on?
Yeah, I heard that I think it was filmed in Jersey, right?
Well, it wasn't that it was filmed in Jersey. It's actually a true story that they made fiction. Okay. It's not about a great white. It's actually about a bull shark.
Right.
And it was a bull shark that attacked a family in the Manasquan River, not even in the ocean, in New Jersey.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess, right? It's the ocean. It gets we were swimming up in the lake in over here in Canada, Ontario, and there was like big snakes, black snakes in the water, like this.
Whoa.
These big black cobra snakes. And the first time I saw this, I was like, oh my God. We're out there on a paddleboard. I was like, yeah. So
yeah, you know what? Speaking of paddleboards, last week I was paddleboarding right where I live. And sometimes what I'll do to escape the world, especially after, you know, I go on tour and I do coverage at music festivals. So I like to come home and just go out in the middle of the ocean and just chill away from the whole world, you know. And so I paddled out real deep on the horizon. I just was hanging out on the board, just sitting there. And I looked down and there were like 5 bull sharks that swam right under me. And I was like, okay, maybe it's time to go in now. But they didn't even notice me. It was like they just swam right under me.
Wow. I didn't know that there was that many over there. You wouldn't expect that, right?
Well, I live in Florida now, and we have more shark attacks than anywhere in the world. It's known for that. Like there's up north of me, New Smyrna Beach is known as like the most shark attacks anywhere in the world on the regular.
Wow. And probably crocodile too. When we were in Florida, I was like crocs everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you probably saw the alligators.
Yeah.
There are crocs too, but they're in like south. But yeah, but the alligators are kind of chill. Like when you're not from an alligator area, like I wasn't when I moved here, it kind of freaks you out. But now I know I could just walk right by them and they don't even acknowledge you're there. Okay. You know,
interesting. Yeah, no, for sure. As someone from Canada, then you don't see that every day.
No. But in the same token, I'm not running into a Kodiak bear either, or a big brown bear or anything like that. So, you know, it's funny how that works. Like when I was in Jersey, I hate it. When I came here, I was like, oh my God, alligators. But now that I'm here, I'm like, well, there were a lot more wild animals up there that I was worried about too. So it just doesn't matter where you are.
There's wildlife everywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. And hopefully we keep it that way, to be honest. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about this new single, Shark Bait, and why you guys are so into Jaws that you made a song that references that story.
Yeah, no, obviously big fans of the music of the movie, and it's cool. It's the 50th anniversary this summer. It coincides really well. We just kind of started off with like a fun kind of hardcore type of riff. Like we love a lot of the new bands coming out, like Scowl and what Emil and the Sniffers and Gel and things like that. And then I don't know, like it just all came together very quickly, and it was like wanted to do something catchy and quick with the chorus. And it was shark bait, and we're like, let's just go with this theme and make it super fun and funny. And when we've got a music video coming out for it, and it's probably the dumbest music video that
but those are usually the best ones. I mean, come on.
The best ones, like homemade, just ridiculousness. Like we got playing with sharks and Barbie dolls and stuff, and it's just ridiculous. So it kind of embodies the song. It's just fun.
I love that. But I also love, like, there's also another take on it, like with everything going on in the world the way it is right now. It's very appropriate because we are definitely swimming in a world of sharks right now.
Yeah.
So I like it all kind of comes together. It would be kind of cool maybe if you went out for the next video paddleboarding and encountered a shark.
Yeah, that would be something. Have to take it to the ocean, right? Like here where we are very kind of central, so we just have lakes and stuff, and the most that we see is big snakes. But yeah, that would be something.
I would probably freak out more about the snakes than sharks, man, because like I would see that thing, I'd be like, oh crap. And they're really fast in the water.
They were faster than we were. Like they just like zip by us. We're like, oh, okay, that is okay. All right.
So I was paddleboarding up near Orlando area, and I was with my daughter and her husband, and they were way behind me. And then all of a sudden I saw something. I'm like, hey, guys, don't get too far from me. There was an otter chasing me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. I could deal with that.
It was pretty cool, to be honest. And ignorance is bliss, because after it happened, I'm like Googling. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm pretty lucky, because apparently they're very territorial, and they will come and like knock you off your paddleboard, and they can be very vicious.
Really? I had no clue.
This one was just cruising like this, and like just passed right by me, flying by me. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're extremely fast, and you see them at the zoos all the time, and you're like, oh, these are so cute. I never knew that they could get aggressive, because they don't put out that vibe at the zoo.
Yeah, wild animals. You never know. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, how cute.
Yeah.
So what, you also have the album dropping did in 2 days.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about the rest of the album or EP.
Yeah, so 6 songs coming out on Friday. It's going to be everywhere, like on Spotify and all that stuff. And it is a little bit, again, like we have been together as a band for quite some time, and we, we're in a little bit of a hiatus. And the rest of the songs, again, like I myself, I love a wide range of music, right? Like I like your hardcore, your doom, your punk, your pop, whatever, right? I just pretty much like it all. And this song, hopefully folks, we hope people like it. There's, a song that's a little bit more, a little bit more on the hard rock side. We've got, Shark Bait that's a little bit more hardcore, Smoke on the Water that's a little bit more doom. Got some stuff that's a little bit more shoegaze, and then maybe 1 or 2 kind of like slower indie rock, alt rock kind of ballads. So it's a little bit it's definitely not all just one genre, and I
love that.
People like it. Yeah,
I love that, because so first of all, I hate the whole genre thing. As a metalhead and punk from way back, it's like before it was just metal or punk or just rock, and now it's almost like every band has to have its own genre. There's so many subgenres and microgenres, and then you have to be stuck to this like formula for whatever it is. And I think that's bullshit for an artist. Like, to me, an artist is going to express themselves any way that it feels, not because it has to be to a genre. And I think especially nowadays, like so many artists do sound the same because of that, they use this like equation to make music, that I love artists like you that just take a mishmash of everything and just do what they feel.
Exactly, right. And that's kind of what we did with our first 2 albums as well, right? Like we were never really fit in a category, right? Like we've played with, Hailstorm, and we've played with Jenny Torturers, and we've played with Lacuna Coil, and then we played with like, Spinneret. Like it was all over the place. People never knew like, what kind of band are you, right? So we're
I love it though.
At least we don't have to be like, all right, well, or just like punk rock band, like you're right. Like we can kind of go anywhere because people expect that from us. We're hard to kind of pinpoint.
Well, makes you stick out too, like because you don't have uniqueness otherwise nowadays. There's like so many bands that you're lost in the sea unless you're unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it must be kind of boring, right? Like I can't imagine. You're in a, I don't know, thrash metal band, and it's like, you gotta. This is what your fans expect from you, and every album's trying to make it fresh and keeping it's difficult. And then whenever you get out of that mold, right, where some bands have tried to do that, the fans are like, oh my god, right?
Well, I was guilty of that a long time ago till I got smart. Like when you're younger, you're stupid, gatekeeper. And it's funny you mentioned thrash because I'm an old school thrash metalhead. So perfect example. I saw Metallica's first show ever. So when Black Album came out, I'm like, fuck you, posers. Yeah. Like, you sellouts. But now they're still my favorite band. And, like, as you get a little older, you start to realize, as an artist, it would be kind of boring, to stay a garage band, number one. And don't you want to get better at your craft? Like, Hetfield talks about how the San Jose Sharks use Seek and Destroy as a theme song, but they use the original version. And he's like, why did I use that version? My voice sucked then. I'm much better singer now, and we have a newer version they could use. And like, I can see that. Like, why would you want to stay a beginner or an amateur, or as you grow through the years, you're going to get better at the craft. And like Ollie from Bring Me the Horizon said in an interview when they were giving him so much crap about how much they were changing their music, he's like, why do I want to write the same song over and over again?
And then when you look back on it, you're like, oh my god, like that's the spirit is obviously different album, but it's great, and it's melodic, and you could see the evolution, right? Okay, wow, there's clean vocals now, and there's this, right? So I think it always shocks folks a little bit at the beginning, but then give it 5-10 years and like, oh yeah, the Black Album is a great album, right?
Right, exactly. And when you think about it, it's like, well, it was definitely much better musicianship and much better songwriting and stuff like that, but when you're that loyal fan from the beginning, it's like we have a hard time letting you grow. It's kind of like parents trying to let their kids grow up.
Yeah. As individuals too, like we all our musical tastes evolved too, right? Like I still love a lot of the stuff that I liked when I was a kid. Like I was a big fan of the Riot Girls, and I still love L7 and Lunatics and all those bands too. But you can't again, like my kids are big into K-pop now. I don't mind K-pop, right? So you kind of like, all right, well, we keep listening to a lot of this stuff, and you kind of start expanding your horizons a little bit as well.
Totally, 100%. Is there anything else you want to share with the listeners about your music, or anything you got coming up in 2025?
Yeah, no, we're just, again, very excited to be releasing the EP finally on Friday. Follow us on, you'll be able to listen to it on Spotify or all the platforms that you usually go to. And then, keep an eye out for our very silly music video, Shark Bait. I hope you like it. And just looking forward to people to hearing it and commenting and letting us know what they think.
Nice. And how do they connect to you guys on the web, on socials, and all that stuff?
Yeah, we're everywhere, right? Like we're on Facebook, Instagram, all Bandcamp, all that good stuff, YouTube.
It's so hard to be a band nowadays. Like in the old days, it was like you didn't have to do all that work.
Yeah. Now you got to be everywhere, right? And then we're like, should we be on TikTok? Nah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I think you should start maybe with this new video because silly stuff works on TikTok.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the shark dance.
Yeah, exactly. You could start a whole trend. Look at that.
Shark dance. There we go. It was really popular for baby sharks, or who knows?
Yeah, see, it could happen. And look at what happened. Speaking of Bring Me Horizon, look at what happened. Can You Feel My Heart? Like, what was it? 5 years later, all of a sudden it's trending on TikTok. So you just never know.
Never know. Yeah, same. Fleetwood Mac, right? They had the big resurgence as well, just because of that. Yeah, it's funny.
No doubt. Well, you guys rock, and everybody needs to check out the new songs and the new EP in 2 days, Better Days, Different Times. And thanks a lot for giving us great music, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.